G'day guys, Luke here from Fizz Fuel, and we're a craft tea brewery here on the Gold Coast, Australia. Today's episode, I'm going to be running through how we brew Earl Grey Ginger Pineapple. Let's get brewing. So I have my water at steeping temp. One of the first things I need to do is adjust my water profile. So now I'm going to weigh out my potassium sorbate. This potassium sorbate helps stop any yeast growth once the tea is chilled down and in storage. Now I'm adding some citric acid. This helps lower the final pH, again, which helps stop any microbes from forming and some yeast and bacteria from spoiling the product. Just adding some salt now. This helps accentuate the flavour. I found that during the trials, adding just a little bit of salt just brought out some more sweetness. And now we just use the beaker, stir plate, to mix it all together to make like a slurry, and we pour it back into the water to let settle. Now we can add that to the kettle. And now it is time to add our tea blend. And we just give it a little stir in as well. We'll just give that time to steep. So after the tea is done steeping, it's going to run through these lines here. These lines here are full of sanitizer. So it's going to go through the hot side filter to filter out any particles. Then through this here. This here is a plate chiller, and that'll chill down to our tap temp. From here, it then finds further into these filters. So it's got a 10 micron and a 1 micron filter. So from here, it comes out these valves. And then I will push out any remaining sanitizer into the drain until there is tea flowing. So something I need to do before I transfer the tea into the tanks is to purge this vessel of oxygen. So how I do that is I've got a ball lock connect here. So I'll grab my gas, connect that up. Should hopefully be able to hear that gas going in. So that's going to fill up from the bottom. And then I've got my arm over here, which I'm going to turn off, and you should be able to hear that going. So that's now gas coming up from the bottom and then disposing out the top. So I'll let that run for a few minutes. So the tea has steeped, and now it's time to pull it off and let it drain out. And this is what the tea bed looks like. Alright, so the pump is on, we've got our valves open, let's get it going. Pushing out the sanitizer and the stuff that we mixed in. And now we have tea flowing through. We also need to take some samples to check the pH and also the taste. So now we will release it into the tank. And we'll wait for this to fill up. You can see here we're starting to get down to the end. So that's it, guys. Now the tank's full. We lock it off, we get our glycol system running, we carbonate it, and we canning. But that's a whole new separate video that I'll be doing for that one. So cheers, guys. Hope you learned something.